The ScanTheProfile team tackled a challenge specific to label and folding carton converters. It happens quite often that a brand places an order for a reprint of a job. So far, nothing special. But what if the only reference available is just the previously printed sample? You have the artwork file, but no idea of the target color and the press profile used to print the original job. As a converter, where do you start? This is true guesswork, like the game Mastermind, but in fact even worse than that, because there is even no hints provided in this printer's challenge.
We called quite a number of printer converters during the hackathon. Almost all of them confirmed that this is a real problem and occurs from weekly to sometimes daily. Matching a physical sample outside a standardized process is one of the hardest things to do for a converter. Prior to the hackathon, we already tried something out to solve this problem. We simply scanned the printed sample and used the RGB space as intermediate representation. It worked pretty well, but we ran into limitations of the scanner to become accurate enough. What a perfect timing the hackathon was to try solving the problem in a different way. We brainstormed with our friends from X-Rite and concluded to benefit from the new functionalities available on their new spectral photometer.
We start by analyzing the PDF. We look for lines that contain a lot of different colors, and then we scan them using a spectral photometer, which gives us spectral values. We can convert these spectral values to an LAB strip. We can combine this LAB strip with a PDF and a best guess profile to create a job-specific profile, which contains both process and spot overprints. We can use this job-specific profile to convert a PDF to an LAB representation, which can then be converted for both digital presses, proofers, and conventional presses.
And our result is much better. And it's not that simple as measuring a few spot colors and simulate these on a digital printer. No, this example is a combination of spot colors on top of each other, CMYK gradients, double white underprint, flexo highlight breaks, and the solution holds. Most important spectral values are detected with our algorithm. We scan the lines and we have a result below delta E of 1. We also proved that our solution works for new variants based on the color space from a previously printed job.
Here is our progress report. We started from a proof of concept that used RGB scanners. During the hackathon, we validated the problem with actual customers. We switched to spectral data instead of RGB. We made a profile generation algorithm that can generate a complete profile with spot overprints using very limited data. We made actual proofs. We verified the delta E 2000, which was less than 1.5 on many points, and we verified the technique with variations of PDFs.
The value proposition is considerable. We learned from our customers that they receive printed samples as a target on average about twice per week. But they also learned that converters spend up to 6 hours on printing press to make the job match the originally printed sample, which means a savings potential of on average 10 hours per week of both press and pre-press capacity. In terms of the business case, we discussed during the hackathon that we could best deploy this as a cloud service with a pay-by-use model underneath. The price, willingness to pay, still needs to be determined. We need further research to do that. But provided a total global addressable market with an average of 2 jobs per week, you would end up easily with 2 million jobs to be processed per year by this cloud service. Multiply that by the cost per use, and you can imagine that there is a considerable revenue stream coming from this initiative.